How much capital should you raise? This is a really common question that founders, of course, have to face because at some point, more often than not, founders are going to need money, right? There's more businesses that, of course, go on bootstrapped or, find money via only friends and family and never really raise from the broader market. But it's very common for many founders to at least assess, hey, if I need capital, where am I getting it from? Who am I getting it from? And most importantly, how much do I actually need? A really simple way to think about this is imagine you had to pitch the next capital round. So imagine this one was successful and now you're in the next one. Let's just assume for the sake of argument you're doing two. What would you be saying you got done in the first round that justifies getting the second round? As an example, let's say you want to raise 2 million for your first round and you want to be able to say, oh, we went with our first round, we went post product. We were able to get an MVP built, launch it, and get the first 100 users. Now we're raising this next round in order to scale it to the first $1 million. This is a good example of setting a goal for your first round that's meaningful for your second round. Now, this goal is one of many that you could set, but the thing that it helps kind of isolate using that MVP example is, hey, how much does this MVP cost? Maybe it costs $500,000. There's a question then, well, could we do something that costs 250,000 or 100,000 or 50,000? What are the levels of success along the way? Because you could spend $1 million on an MVP, or you could probably scrape by with 10, 20, 30,000, depending on what you're building. So in this scenario, you get to see, hey, if I'm really planning on doing this thing and capital is going to be a part of my startup's life cycle, I got to start planning ahead and think about the narrative that I want to tell. Because if you only raise 100 grand and you don't get much done, you probably should have raised the 200 grand you needed to tell a story that was worth investing in the next time around.